Welcome to LiveMas, day 25. Day freaking 25. Like, I can't believe that I have been going live every day in December, except one day when I got sick. But I've been going live every single day for you guys. So I'm so like, it's so crazy how it's about to end in 2 days. I really enjoyed spending time with you all. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. I've just been honestly like just doing these lives every day has taught me a lot about one, you guys, and what you guys, who you guys are, and just kind of getting to know you guys on a deeper level, and also you all getting to know me on a deeper level, which I'm really, really happy about. I'm so honored that I've been able to do this and to just be live every day for the month of December. That's crazy work. It's taught me a lot about work ethic, consistency. Hello, whoever just joined. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. And thank you for supporting. Like, just little things like that. Like, whether it's just one person or more, like, I'm just so grateful to have you guys as my family and my subbies. And I've just been just really these past few days going live every day has tested me a lot about consistency, staying consistent throughout the journey, trying my best to get hi Isabel, how are you, sis? Yeah, I'm just talking about just how grateful I am to be in such a great community with awesome people that have been supporting me since I've been doing live. Miss, good morning or good evening, Romy and Don. Good evening, Pauline. How are you? How are you guys doing on this beautiful day after Christmas? The festivities are done. I know everybody's getting back to their normal routine. But yeah, I just wanted to just kind of thank everyone for whether you liked, whether you supported, commented, didn't even comment, just even watched the videos, whether you felt like anything I said resonated with you. When I was in Jamaica, you guys just hyping me up and, continuing to watch me and engage with me. It means a lot to me. And I just wanted to say thank you to you all before I start this live. Thank you for just always supporting your girl and letting me be my true authentic self. I think that's very important. But anywho, had to get that out of the way. Today we making biscuits, y'all. We gonna make some biscuits and I'm going to chat. I don't know. I don't know how this live is gonna go, to be quite honest with you, because I do want to chat about something very important. And it's mostly about just what's going on with me and Dom as well. Maybe kind of we'll throw in a little bit of updates coming up for the new year because we only have 2 days left, y'all. 2 days left of LiveMas, and after that, I'm gonna take a little break. So I just want to make sure that I get all the information out that I need to, and I don't want to do it in one like just all at once. I'm trying to do it little by little so I don't forget. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of give you guys updates while I'm chatting about fertility, what's been going on with me, and kind of sharing a little bit about my story. And then also just, chatting about everyday stuff. So we can be chatting about anything. So hopefully y'all stay tuned for that. So yeah, today we're going to make some Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits. Because let me tell y'all what happened. My sister and my brothers went to Red Lobster yesterday for Christmas because it was my sister's birthday. And she really wanted to go to Red Lobster. And she got, they got these little lobsters and stuff. Hey, Jen, how are you? How are you today? They got these little lobsters. They got their little lobsters and whatever seafood, and we don't have Red Lobster here in Victoria, so I was hella jealous. So, anyways, I had bought these. It's so funny. I had bought these like a week or two ago, but then when they went to the Red Lobster, I remember I had it. I was like, oh, I think it's the perfect time to make these biscuits for Dom as well. So I'm gonna make these today, and Dom will taste it. And also, yesterday I went to my mom's place for Christmas. I'm gonna upload a little video about that, just a small short, so y'all look out for that. I'm gonna upload a short about, just how we kind of integrated Korean kind of cuisine and my mom's cuisine together and kind of made this really beautiful Christmas dish, or Christmas dishes that we had yesterday. It was really a beautiful time. We spent some good time with my mom. And that's the thing about it. Like, even though, like, you see, this is what's so hard about it. It's like, I know I talk a lot about different things on my channel, especially with parental issues. Hi, Romy. I love the hairstyle on you. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Trying to, work with it. I almost left it down today, but it started to fluff up a little bit. I'm starting to really learn to love my hair these days, and I'm really like, trying my best to kind of incorporate different hairstyles and just take care of it a little bit more. It needs a bit of a trim, but yeah, I'm growing it. Like, how you grow a plant, you water it every day and take care of it. That's what I've been doing. But yeah, back to what I was saying was that my mom, she really went all out for us for Christmas. And that's the thing. Like, it's so crazy how parents, again, you have this relationship with them where even though they have toxic traits, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are just always toxic. So that's what I found with my parents. It's like, they'll do some stuff and I'll be like, I want to rip my hair out. And then the next day they'll, take care of your girl. And I'm like, dang, I really, it's like, it's this weird dynamic. But anyway, my mom went all out for, Dom and I to have a good Christmas yesterday. And also it's her last Christmas in Victoria because she's moving, y'all. Again, we're going to talk about that in the membership chat, which I will discuss on maybe Saturday. I think Saturday is when I'll discuss that. But anyways, we have Jamaican beef patties that we still haven't eaten. So I'm gonna heat these up for Dom. These are from Juicy Patties, all the way in Jamaica, y'all. These authentic Jamaican beef patties that we haven't even tasted. So I'm going to have Dom, I'm gonna film him tasting these for the first time, and I'm going to upload it as a short. So I'm going to start utilizing shorts from now on. So you'll see how we spent Christmas dinner yesterday, and then I'm gonna have him do a taste test on the Jamaican beef patties and upload that on my shorts. And then Dom's going to cook me Korean food, and he's gonna upload that on his channel. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to Dom's channel, I would highly recommend you do. His channel is titled Dominic Bjorn, so it's Dominic, and then Bjorn, Bjorn. So he's gonna do a lot more like different types of content, like nutrition, cooking, all that good stuff. So just had to, do a shameless plug here and get that out the way. CFT said, like we said yesterday, parental relationships are complex. One could talk about it forever. Exactly. It's just weird because I don't want people to think that me and my mom have such a bad relationship. We don't. We actually have a pretty good relationship when boundaries are set. That's what I gotta say. When boundaries are set, is the best. But the problem is my parents, they don't, and it's the Haitian parents in general. From my experience, because I'm not the only one who goes through it, a lot of us, and Caribbean parents, I'll say black parents, we're just gonna throw everybody in the same category. A lot of people in our community don't know boundaries. And I think this is where it starts to become like, it's kind of like with children. I know our parents probably wanted to, like us when we were younger, but you still have a love for your child, right? That transcends all other loves, right? But then they still are human. That's the human behavior in them, right? So all that to say, yeah, we did have a beautiful time with her yesterday when she's on her best behavior, that is. And yeah, we had a really good time. So yeah, so anyways, today I'm gonna talk a little bit about, in case you missed the beginning, I am gonna chat a little bit more personal about my fertility journey, where that's going. I never really shared that on my channel, and I felt like it was a good enough time as we close out LiveMas where I can kind of share a little bit about what's going to be going on. And I'm going to take y'all on that journey. Maybe not film too much of that, but that's something that I want people to be aware of, especially as you age. You're going to get older. You're going to, especially if you are at an age where you get married older or you're still waiting for your spouse, or things don't happen in the timing that you expected, but at the same time we always have to be proactive about what we're doing and making sure that we have progress, of course. But let's get to this biscuits first. So I'm gonna show y'all the ingredients. Hold on, let me flip my camera. I'm gonna show it to y'all. I'm using a new selfie stick right now. Okay, so here, so what we need is 3/4 cups of cold water, and then 1/2 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese, which I have here. I'll show you guys where it is. And then we need 1 pouch of cheddar bay biscuit mix, which is in there. It's enclosed. And then herb butter sauce, you add 1/4 cup of butter and a pouch of garlic herb blend. Okay, so we're gonna do all that. I don't know. This is my second time making these biscuits. The first time was a bust, so hopefully this time it'll be good. The first time was okay. It just came out a little wet. I don't know. I have a problem with consistency, y'all. Like getting the consistency right because you got to be really good with like measurements when you're baking. I find baking to be super challenging because if you don't have the right measurements or if you even miss one step, you're going to mess everything up. So I've been trying my best to do it. So let's do that. All right, so let's follow the instructions. I'm going to follow the instructions to a T. Hey, y'all. Hey, Tyra. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. Day 25 of LiveMas. I have 2 more days. Oh, and I did forget to mention, y'all, before I start cooking. I forgot to mention to you guys. Oh yeah, how's your day going, by the way, Tyra? How's everyone's day going? I forgot to mention that. Okay, so change of plans. So remember, I said I was gonna go live tomorrow and Saturday. And Saturday, I would talk about the trajectory of this channel, yada yada yada, which I'm still doing. Nice way to spend Boxing Day. Oh, Pauline, it is Boxing Day for you. Happy Boxing Day. It's Boxing Day in Canada too. So actually, I was supposed to take y'all while we were out shopping, but Dom makes some good points. He's like, there's gonna be way too much people, duh. And then also, we have too many things to handle. And he was like, it's not gonna be a good live experience. You're probably gonna you're gonna be shaking your camera too much. So we decided to maybe just film our experience on Boxing Day, but not necessarily go live. And then also, Dom and I are gonna go get oysters on Saturday, which was last minute. So we're gonna go to Comox. So I will have a travel vlog up this week. We got a lot of content coming up, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Stay tuned for that. So then Saturday, what I'll do is go live in the car. That's what I meant to say. Day is going well. How's your day? My day's great, man. I woke up in a great mood. Today is nice. Well, it's not nice outside. It's a little gray, but I'm just blessed, man. I've been waking up really, really grateful. I'm happy that this year's done, y'all. I'm sorry, though. Like, I don't know. Did anyone else have a kind of shaky 2024, or was it just me? Your hair is so pretty. Oh, thank you, Tyra. Thank you. I'm really learning to embrace my hair. And we're going to talk about that, too, a little bit on tomorrow when I talk about my experiences in China and Korea. When I went to, I would say when I was younger or when I was a teenager, I didn't really love my hair too much. And it wasn't until I was an adult and that whole natural movement on YouTube really inspired me. I'm telling y'all, that really changed the game for me. I did my big chop in 2009 and never looked back. And, before I used to be all into length and stuff, but then I realized that I wasn't really taking care of my hair. Like, I was just doing what other people were doing to their hair. And I realized that kind of stunted my hair growth because I would get far and then it would just, I would have split ends and stuff. And then on top of that, what worked for other people didn't work for me. Some people were doing texlaxing, straight natural. I tried all that, y'all. I done tried everything and nothing worked for me. But you know what's working for me now? Why it's growing out naturally and beautifully? Because I leave it alone. I don't touch it that much. And I also use products that work for me. And I realize that my hair, less is more with my hair. I don't have to put too much stuff in it. So that's what's been going on. But thank you for the compliment. All right, let's get started on cooking. I know I've been yapping. Okay, so we're going to preheat the oven to 425 and line the baking sheet with parchment paper. Okay, we going to do all that. Child, they give so many. Okay, it said 425. Hold on, let me show y'all what I'm doing because let me bring this camera here. Sorry, let me flip it. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Hold on. And y'all let me know if the mic is irritating because I used another mic yesterday and I noticed that it wasn't really, it kind of made this weird noise sometimes. I'm still testing out a lot of different mics and stuff, so y'all bear with me. Okay, here we go. All right, let's do this. So now we got the mix here. And then which one is the, hold up. Oh, okay, this is the cheddar bay biscuit mix and the garlic herb mix. Okay, we're gonna set that to the side. And then I got my cheese here. It's that grated cheese. I use matzo cheese, the Cracker Barrel one. This was on sale at Walmart. Walmart be getting the good sales, I know. $5. It was like $5 at Walmart. So yeah, I love cheese, y'all, by the way. So I always have a pack of cheese in my house, which I shouldn't have. And we're gonna talk about that. soon once I start talking about the fertility. Okay, so now I have to just concentrate a little bit because y'all know how I get. If I don't concentrate, I'm gonna mess this up. Okay, so now we're gonna stir water, cheese, and biscuit mix. Okay, so we got 3/4 cup of water. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm gonna stir the 3/4 cup of water here. Put it in here. All right, y'all done seen that? Then, I gotta mix in the cheese. Hold on. This wasn't thought through properly. Hold on. Hold on a second. Y'all already know how this goes. My cooking is always chaotic. Okay, so here we go. So we put the water in here. I'm gonna show y'all. Water's here. Then I have to put this in there. Okay, the pouch. Why don't we seal these so tight? I get it, but dang. I might need to use scissors for this. Okay, let's try to poke holes with my nails because I'm very lazy right now to get the scissors. Okay, here we go. All right, we opened it. So I'm gonna dump this in here. And then, let's dump it in here. All right, it's all in here. Got all the consistency in here. All right, so here, boom, that's what it looks like right now. And then I have to add cheese. How much cheese now? Oh, 1/2 cup of shredded cheese. Let me get my measurement cups right here, measuring cups. So we got 1/2 cup here. Where the 1/2 cup? Okay, this much cheese. That's a lot of cheese, y'all. Y'all, ever since I've been like on this healthy eating journey, cause okay, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, like I used to be one of those people where when I was young, I was slim. And then as I got older, I started gaining a little bit of weight. I would say like I was chubby in elementary school, and then in middle school I started to lean out a little bit. High school I was looking bad. I was a good size in high school, and I used to think I was so fat. But then when I look back on pictures, I'm like, I had the woman's body. I just had a woman's body at an early age. I had big boobs, really big boobs, y'all. I had a breast reduction, so I had super big boobs, and I always had hips. So I used to think I was so fat, but actually, I was actually quite slim, right? So I could even show y'all a picture. I'm gonna see if I could find it. But I was very slim, and then when I got to college, that's when I started gaining a lot of weight. Like, I don't know what it is. Of course, the freshman 15, but then at the same time, I gained weight, and then I was able to lose it quite easily. However, I noticed that after 25, y'all, 25, I don't know what it is about that age. After 25, my weight just went, like, it was just, the hormones were hormoning. I also gained a lot of weight in college. Yeah, it's like, I'm telling you, Tyra, it was hard because I used to, imagine, I didn't change what I ate. I literally ate the same things. But when I was younger, it was just so much easier to get rid of it, or to lose the weight. All I had to do was just, go to the gym for a few days, and then I'll be good. But then as soon as 25 hit, y'all, the weight just kept piling on. And then I got really sick. I've explained that several times. Here's the cheese. I'm gonna put it in here. I've explained that several times in my chats. I started gaining weight. I got sick. I lost mad weight. I lost a lot of weight around that time. And I pretty much got into a weight that was comfortable for me. It wasn't my goal weight, but it was pretty comfortable for me, right? Hold on, I'm gonna mix it together. And then, looking back on that though, what I really realized was that at that time I was going hard. I did work out a lot more. I was in boot camp, and then I also did go to the gym quite frequently. And my weight was able to be sustained, right? And I was able to really shed the pounds. However, big however, I gained all that, like while I was in Korea, I was able to keep the weight off because I walked around a lot, and I started really having a healthier relationship with food. I stopped eating meat, and I only ate fish for years. 4 years, I only ate fish. And then, hold on, I'm mixing it, y'all, right now. I'm just gonna mix it in the bowl. I only ate fish for years. I was a pescatarian. That kept my weight off, and I was able to really get like that healthy look, right? LOL, I'm pescatarian too. I'm about to go back to pescatarian, y'all. I realized pescatarian is where it's at because once I started eating red meat again, baby, my weight went up. Same thing in Korea, I will say, and Dom always hates when I say it, but I'm gonna be honest. I gained all my weight back once I got married. I was fighting, y'all. While I was dating Dom, I was still fighting. I gained a little bit of weight, but I was trying my best to keep it off. And then as soon as I turned 35, that weight came right back, y'all. So literally, I have gained, I would say, like, I went back. Okay, I'm going to be really transparent with y'all. My heaviest was last year at my wedding. I was 215 pounds, y'all. I hadn't been that weight in a long time. And so once I got, sorry y'all, I'm gonna have to use my metal spoon because I don't know why it's like this. I'm mixing it. It says it has to be doughy. But I'm so big right now is because I don't work out. I gotta get a routine. Y'all gotta start following Dominic Bjorn. But you know what it is. Dominic Bjorn is Dom. Tyrant's it's Dom's channel. You know what it is though, is I started because I wasn't used to being consistent on my weight journey. I was so used to, I would say I was consistent, like from, I would say circa when I was, okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I was single, I was hella consistent. From 2016 up until 2021, when I got married, I was very consistent with working out, meaning that I would go to the gym, or I would walk, or I would be very healthy. I had to keep myself in good shape, in healthy shape, because I was looking for a man. I ain't gonna lie. And also, I was single. So then it wasn't I was looking for a man. Okay, let's just be real. It was like I knew that there's a possibility a guy might come. But then at the same time, I kept myself healthy because I wanted to look good. You know what I mean? You wanna be flirted with. You wanna be, you still. It's kind of like, okay, because I gotta be make it very clear. I wasn't on the hunt for a man, but it was more like I knew that the possibility would be there one day, and so I had to keep myself in a good condition, right, in a good shape. And then also when you're in an environment where everyone's work like looks really slim, especially in Korea, you can get a really distorted sense of beauty. The beauty standards are very different there. And so I felt really big when I was in Korea. But, back home I was average, but in Korea I was fat. Obese. Basically, they considered me like I was like the 600-pound life. They was on me. And this is the thing, like when I was there, I really had to keep myself in shape. But also prior to that, I kept myself in shape because I wanted to, and I wanted to look good, and I wanted to feel good about myself, and also attract because, that was my mantra at the time, attract who you want to be. If I wanted my mate to be attractive, I had to be attractive too. So I really put in work, y'all. I put in work in my education. I put in work in my health. I put in work everywhere. Here's the consistency right now. So I don't forget that I'm showing y'all. So yeah, so I was putting in work. Now the issue is that now I done got my husband, and we started spending and enjoying our time together and eating a whole bunch of stuff. So my first year of marriage, I would say I gained at least 15 pounds right out the gate. And so I was like, okay, I was still walking a lot, still trying to keep myself together. But then the second year of marriage, I packed on even more. And mind you, at that time I was super stressed with school. The school I was working at, I was very stressed. Hold on, I'm about to show y'all some pictures because y'all will see the journey, and I'm leading up to something with this while I'm baking. I know it's so counterintuitive. I'm literally making cheddar bay cheddar bay biscuits, and I'm telling you about my weight journey. But there's a reason, okay? There's a reason. So if you see here, you're gonna see all these pictures. These are on my social media. So then this was just 2022. Your girl was looking like this, 2022. Okay. Then this was 2021. Hold on, let's even get here. You see, look at the backside. I started gaining a little weight, but it was, it was there. It was a little there. Then let's get to this. Was before I met Dom. This was in 2019, I believe. Oh no, this was 2020. Sorry, I met Dom. I was with Dom at the time. I just started dating him, but you can see the slimness. Y'all, this was freaking 2020. Look how slim my face was. And then hold on, I'm gonna show y'all my body. This was 2018, right here. 2018. looking like this. 2018, look at this, gut wear. Then we get to when I graduated here. This was 2016. Look at this. Yeah, you were slim thick, right? I thought I was so fat at the time. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about this when I was in China here. Look at the arms, look at the arms. Let me zoom in, look at the arms. Look how, I'm telling y'all, I was not big at all. And then here, like, you know, that's when I lost the most weight. You can see it in my face. Like I was literally like, I was bone sticking out. That was too much. I lost too much weight at once. And then here, my sister's graduation. Hold on, let me show my, look at this. Sister's graduation, boom, right here. This was 2015. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all some more. I'm gonna get to cooking, don't worry. You still look great, Romy, slimmer, thicker. Yeah, I know, I still keep myself up. But, oh, this was baby Romy. Y'all gonna see baby Romy right here. This is baby me, baby Benusha, baby Romy right here. I still look the same, y'all, still look the same. And, here we go. I told y'all I wore dresses. Y'all thought I was lying. Here I was big. Y'all see me with my cousin Sandra. I was mad big in 2014. Y'all see the difference? I done yo-yoed. I yo-yoed. I was a big yo-yoer. If you could see how big, look how big I was. This is me and my brothers and my cousin Sandra. Even Sandra, look how if y'all see her in my Jamaica vlog, she's fit now. She was big too. She was a little big too. Look at that. I was real big at the time. Look at that. I was a little bigger. You can see my cheeks. My cheeks was forming. But then, hold on. This is all to get to high school. Okay, this was all different pictures. I'm showing y'all a whole bunch of pictures. Okay, this is me in Haiti. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Well, that food looked good though. Okay. Let me get to my. Hold on. Let me get to my high school pictures. Hold on. Yeah. Here. This was me in high school. Good morning, Romy. Happy day after Christmas. I'm just showing my weight loss. Look, this was me in high school, y'all. These are me and my cousins. They do not look like that no more. I know they're going to be like, why did you show these pictures? But this was me. Look at that. I thought I was so fat, y'all. I thought I was fat, y'all. Body dysmorphia. Look at this. I thought I was fat. I thought I was fat. Look at that. So anyways, let me finish cooking. But what I'm trying to say is that, you weren't at all. But it was the perception of being fat, right? But what it was that I just didn't have the guidance on how to lose weight properly. I didn't. And the funny thing is my mom, she literally does not eat meat. She barely eats meat. She only eats seafood and veggies. And she's always been like that my whole life. But then she would feed us crap. I'll be honest. And I don't know if it's because she was like, well, you know, because you guys were young and you guys didn't want this. And I get it. It was just easier it's easier for you to feed your kids stuff that they want. So you don't have to deal with them, you know, being picky and stuff. But what I realized was that she ate healthy and then she fed us what we wanted, which was not a good thing. And I don't know if it's like that with all other moms, because I noticed that you'll notice a mom is like fit and then her kid is obese or chubby. And I think it's because you don't want to deprive your child of stuff, but at the same time, you're not helping them either, right? So when I got older, I never had to work out a lot. I would just, you know, like y'all saw the pictures. So I would just, you know, just do a little 1-2 at the gym, do a little cardio. And then I did do boot camp for a little bit, but after that, I didn't do boot camp for years, and I was still able to maintain my weight. I was walking around a lot, doing different things. But then I realized that I started getting unhealthy as soon as I kind of let go of myself. And then I realized that, I got to get back on my diet. And during that time when I was 25, hold on, y'all, I'm going to put the biscuit here. I think I got to form it now. And then I'm going to make the sauce after. So what it is now is that during that time when I was yo-yoing, I got fibroids. So I have a genetic history of fibroids on my mom's side and my dad's side. And I actually have a cousin who had a hysterectomy at a very young age. And then I have an aunt who had infertility due to fibroids. So I have fibroids on both sides of my family. And so when I got sick, when I got super duper sick, around, I would say like it was circa 2015, 16. I'm gonna have to use my hands. I wash my hands, by the way, y'all, but you know what? Let me wash it again. You can never be too clean. So yeah, around 2015, 2016, I got fibroids. I was diagnosed with fibroids, and the reason for that was my periods were too heavy since I was a kid. They were very heavy. And I think my fibroids were aggravated by the poor diet that I was going through. Because remember, I was yo-yoing and I wasn't eating nutritious food really. I was just eating just to eat. And also, I didn't have guidance on how to eat with my body type and also how to maintain my body type. And things that will grow your or to make your body healthier, right? So I was eating too much meat, complex carbs, not complex carb, what is it, simple carbs? Whichever one is the bad carbs, y'all already know. I was just overeating for my body. And so now, through all those years of yo-yoing, now that I am 38, about to be 39, it is starting to affect your girl because I have my fibroids. They started out as small. I remember they removed one of them, but they did not remove the others because at that time my doctor, she said it like they were too small and that because okay, how it works is that if your fibroids, if many of you don't know, fibroids are like lean muscle tumors. So if you like, it's kind of related to estrogen and diet. So a lot of people don't know what causes it, but I think I have figured out what caused it through research. I saw that many of the people, or many women, first of all, black women are twice or three times as likely to have fibroids, the muscle tumors. It's mostly caused by one, it could be genetic, but also two is diet and what we're eating in our environment, and also like estrogen, too much estrogen. And so what happened was that, yeah, I found out I had fibroids. They diagnosed me, and then they only removed one. They removed the one that was the most problematic, but for the others, they left them. And so I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. Is this a ball or something? Hold on a second, y'all. I'm sorry. Stopping the story. Okay, we just gonna make it into balls. Maybe it'll fluff out. I'll make it into little balls. So then, what ended up happening is that, hold on, I'm gonna show this while I'm talking. Y'all can see it, right? I hope so. Hold on, let me put it a little lower so you guys can see while I'm talking. Yeah, so then what ended up happening was that a few years later, they kept growing. You are good. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tyra. They kept growing. They kept growing. And they went from small little balls to, you know, every time I went to go get checked, and the recent check I had was in Korea. I went to a gynecologist just to see how big they've gotten, because it had been a few years, right, since I was told that I had fibroids. And then they said that they're now, one is the size of a lemon, and then the others are a little smaller, but they're in clusters. And basically, she was like, well, when you're ready to have a baby, we could remove it. And I was like, okay. But she was like, yeah, just let me know. We'll have the surgery for you. So that was that. However, I will say this, and this is where I'm going with this. My sister had that surgery because she also had fibroid. She had a big one. She had a huge fibroid. Hers was the size, I think it was the size of a grapefruit, if I'm not mistaken. It was very big. And they gave her a myomectomy, right? So she had that myomectomy done a few years ago, and her fibroids came back. So it didn't work. Because they try to tell you that you're going to have a surgery and that it'll be like, oh, your surgery and then that's it, right? But no, that's not true, because the surgery is only a Band-Aid. What happens is that you only have a short window. So once you have the surgery, you only have a short window to get pregnant and conceive. And then after that, your fibroids are more likely to grow back, which they did. So my sister now, I think she has about a few fibroids or something. And she doesn't mind if I share that with the channel, by the way. So she has a few fibroids now, even though she had the myomectomy. Mind you, they do a C-section incision on your body. You go through the whole surgical procedure. And the one thing they say is, oh yeah, get a myomectomy. But at the same time, it's not the solution. So when that doctor told me that I would probably need to get a myomectomy, I was against it, because I was like, hey, like, I don't think that this is going to work for me, because my sister did it and it didn't work. And so now y'all trying to get me to do that. But then I'm like, I don't know if I want to cut my body open and put myself in this kind of health I'm at a health risk now. Because you got to remember, I personally am the type of person where I'm not going to cut my body open unless it's a necessity, right? So again, I know a lot of people go through surgeries, but for me personally, I think every time you go under the knife, it's a risk. It's a high risk. Also, I have a very rare blood type, and also I have something called thymosemia, where my blood, I think it's like what is it called? Your blood cells or something. Like everyone's is round, mine is jagged, right? So I don't even have enough flow to go through my body like with oxygen enough. I struggle with that. And so on top of that, if I have a surgery and there's a complication, I'm at high risk, right? And also I'm at high risk. Either like it's like, okay, let me tell y'all, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if I don't do the surgery, then this is what's gonna happen. Like I have to find a way to naturally reduce my fibroids, or lose weight, hope that they naturally get reduced by that, and then maybe I have a fighting chance of having a baby, or I have the surgery, but then again, there's complications that can happen, and I'm not willing to bet my life on a surgery, personally speaking, especially when I know that there is a strong and high possibility that my fibroids will return, because then what's the point, right? Because even if I do it, let's say within that window, Dom and I don't conceive, then what? Then I gotta do it again. You feel me? So it's like I'm trying to basically I'm just giving you guys the like what's been going on. So then I saw a doctor recently. So this is where IVF comes in. So recently I saw a doctor and they did a whole bunch of tests on me, and they said, and I'm gonna be honest and transparent with y'all. So they said my egg count is at a 4, and it's supposed to be at an 8. That's the average. That's the lowest average is 8, and mine is at a 4 because I'm getting older, right? And he was like, well, this is what happens with aging. He's like, I don't think that you're any less like, he was just basically saying it's going to be harder for you to have a child naturally because your egg count is already really low. And then also you have fibroids and all of these other ailments and issues that you gotta, consider. So now we're gonna try the IVF route, which is what we're doing now. However, what I will say is this: we're supposed to start it. I know we did our first appointment recently, and then we're supposed to start it in January, and then also BC, where I live, we're supposed to have. They're starting to give free rounds of IVF starting in April. But it's still going to be a costly process because for the simple fact that you don't know if one round is going to work. How many rounds do you think you need for IVF, right? Like, I don't know none of that stuff. I don't know anyone who's gone through IVF in person, to be quite honest with you. I don't know anyone. And if someone did, in my family, they've never revealed it because I've never known one to go through IVF. So we're starting this whole new process together. And it's been rough, I will say, because it's like, this is one of the downsides of getting married late, and that's why I always tell you, like, I always try to be honest with y'all. And again, it's not to scare you and tell you to get with a guy right away. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is this something that might happen. You might find your man, it might find your relationship, but then if you can't control the timing of when that happens, then, sorry, I'm fixing this. Hold on a second, y'all. Sorry. If you can't control the timing of when things happen, especially because you're fighting against biology, but then at the same time, you got to trust God infinitely, because right now it's not looking good for your girl. It's not that it's not looking good, but it's looking very challenging for your girl. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm at the point where I'm just like, do I need to have kids? Like, do I really need this? Like, hold on, Tyra. I saw you just wrote something. I'm gonna try to see your comment. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, do I really need to have a kid? I'm starting to have those kind of thoughts, right? Because I have to put my body through a lot. And there's a possibility that I'm gonna gain weight because of the injections. And there's a possibility that I'm going to feel tired. I'm going to feel really like, there's so many different things that happen when you go that route. And so I'm thinking like now is it worth it? I don't know. Maybe parents can let me know, is it worth it? Because the way Dom and I see it, we're like, we don't know if it's worth it, y'all. We still trying to think, do we want to go through with this or not? Tyra said, I'm praying that everything works out the way it needs to work out for you, praying for good health for us all, and praying for a healthy pregnancy for Romy. Amen. I'm praying for that for y'all too, because, hold on, I gotta wipe my nose. I don't know why my nose gets stuffy while I'm going live. Like, it's just the weirdest thing. Okay, hold on. Oh. Sorry, y'all. I just had to wipe my nose. So I'm gonna put this under the oven. But what I will say is this, like, before I put this under the oven, is like, what I was saying yesterday, you have plans in your head of how things are gonna go, but then sometimes you get thrown a curveball. And so Dom and I have been married for 3 years, sorry. We've been together for 4 years, married 3 years. People that got married around the same time as us already have a kid or are pregnant with a kid. And again, it's not that I'm clocking people's uteruses or whatever, but you know, for some people, it might be easy for them to get pregnant, but for others, it might not be. You know, for others, like myself, it might you might need to work a little harder than everybody else, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. The point is just being prepared that that might happen, especially if you're at an older age, and especially if you've had these types of reproductive issues. Can you freeze some of your eggs or take eggs out and fertilize them? I'm happy you asked that. Yes, that's what we're trying to do now. They said that I still have viable eggs, which is good. I'm 28 right now, and girl, I'm telling you, I want to get married and have babies, but I know that it'll happen when it's supposed to. Amen. I'm praying for you, Romy. There are so many ways to have children, and if even you want to have them, sending lots of. Oh, thank you so much at the Dev Studio. I appreciate it, sis. Romy, have you looked into holistic methods? Yes. Okay, so we're going to get into that. That's why I was laughing and I was saying I'm making these. But y'all, this is it. After December 31st, I am no longer eating these things. I'm really going to take it seriously on losing my weight. And it's not just for having kids, it's for myself too, because I'm going to be 40 in 2 years, so not next year, the year after. And so I promised myself by 40, I'm going to be, like, all the weight's going to be gone. So I'm going to be held accountable to y'all, because y'all going to be seeing me in real time, like, losing the weight and trying my best not to eat these kind of foods anymore. I've cut down a lot, but I feel like I need to introduce different things to my diet. And again, it's money. It's like, y'all know it's expensive, y'all, to, I know some people say, oh, it's not expensive when you buy groceries, but if you're buying fresh fruits and groceries every day, it's expensive. I mean, have you worked with a functional doctor? I did. So I did see a naturopath. I saw a naturopath about 2 to 3 months ago. So she was trying to get me to do the hormonal test. And I still got to do that, by the way. So I have been seeing her. I did see her, and then she was trying to get me like on this kind of weight loss thing. So she was like, "Oh, just eat these type of carbs and these type of things." But I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I didn't continue with her because she got pregnant and she left. She's on mat leave, and I didn't feel comfortable going with someone else. However, I am gonna try to see what other options I have, because I know that when I talk to my doctor, because the first thing is, when I spoke to my doctor, I initially just wanted him to check my fibroids, but then he connected me with a fertility clinic, because he was like, look, like, you getting up in age, and y'all have been trying for like the past 6 months, and yeah, he was like, I think you need to see a fertility doctor. And then that's when we got referred to this fertility doctor who did all the other tests that we had with the egg count and all that other jazz. And then he recommended that we get IVF. So I'm currently in talks with a fertility clinic right now. We're trying to get all that handled. But yeah, you're right. I should go see a naturopath. I am going to explore other options as well. I'm not opposed to it, because I do believe that a lot of it has to do with, and to be honest with you, I'm going to get deep right now. I'm going to get real deep right now. Before I get deep though, let me get this working. I gotta make this honey garlic thing. Woman mice. Okay, I'm actually gonna save that Deb Studio. Thanks for the recommendation. I'm gonna save that link. I'm gonna look into it, because what I was gonna say, I have to make this, so I'm gonna make the sauce right now. What I was gonna say is that, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, for naturopaths, the good thing I like is that they look at your whole entire body, and they see what sources, like what's causing these issues to happen, which I really like. They look at things very holistically, right? And they kind of go through and they go in depth. Sorry, and I do have naturopath benefits, so I have no reason not to go. So I am going to look into that. And I do believe I know the source of why my fibroids are growing. Not only is it genetic, but however, I think it has to do with lifestyle. I have noticed that for the past years, because that's why I say everything you do in the past comes back, and your body kind of harbors. I'm a firm believer in your body harbors all that stress from years ago if you don't release it. And I think that a lot of us, especially if we're not in therapy and if we're not releasing these things from our body, they stay stored in there and they manifest in different ways. That's just my personal opinion and belief. So I think all the trauma and stress that I've been putting on my body. She did? Hold up. Dev Studio, you said, okay, I'm going to look into her, sis. Thank you for the recommendation, because I need that. That's what I'm saying, because a lot of hormonal imbalances, they're due to diet. That's one, but also due to stress. A lot of us are in stress-induced environments, and they are not conducive to us and our fertility, especially as women. And what I've noticed is that since I moved here, because remember, I've only been here for 2 years, I've noticed a huge difference in my stress levels. I've noticed a huge difference in my body. My body's shedding weight way faster than it was before, which is good. And also I've noticed that I'm not as stressed as before. I feel like I'm in a way better mental state of health. And that has helped my body a lot. I will say that. However, I do feel like I need more resources. And I'm so glad you said that at the Dev Studio. So I'm going to check it out. So true. Inner work and therapy is so important. You store trauma in your body and it may not realize it. I think that's what's happening to me right now in real time. I believe that is what's happening to me. And I think that there are things that I haven't resolved yet and that I've been holding on to, and I need to release it. And I had one of my homegirls. That's why I said it's important to be in spaces. She was a classmate. I just met her like a few months ago. She told me about some type of therapy. I think it's called CBT. I think that's what it's called, CBT therapy. And she was telling me about it because we were in a group together, and she was like, hey, like, because we were just talking about mental. I'm telling y'all, like, we was just talking, and these are white women, and one Indian woman and 2 white women, and we were just talking and having a, just vibing out. And then one day we just got into the talk of therapy, and she told me, she was like, yeah, I've been in therapy for years. And she told me about this kind of therapy session that's called CBT. So how it works is that, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, but I'll double check on my Google after I make this this butter spread. Hold on, let me pause for a second. Okay, so this is what I'm finna do, because I'm still trying to cook here. So I gotta put butter in here. Hold on, we're gonna put butter. How much butter we put? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking at the instructions. This is in French, but that'll do. We're supposed to put 1/4. Okay, 1/4 cup of butter. That's a lot of butter. Just put us up and do. Oh, okay. All right, that's what I'm finna do, Tyra. I know. I'll be all over the place. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna show it from here because you guys could hear me on the mic. So I'm gonna put it back in this original position, and then y'all will see me on the cooking this way. Yeah, here we go. Okay, we'll just leave it like that, and then I'll come back. So yeah, what I was actually, let's put it here. Sorry, y'all. I know. Tyra, hold on. Don't be mad at me, y'all. Don't be mad at me. Okay, we'll put it a little closer. Okay, here we go. That's better. So y'all can hear me talk. Okay, so what I was gonna say is that yeah, she talked about CBT therapy, and she said that when she did it, it really helped her a lot because she was holding on to so much trauma from her childhood. And then once she did that, she said that she felt a sense of relief, and that like basically what it does is it uncovers trauma from the past that you've been holding on to and that your brain's been storing, and they release it. Y'all, it's some deep therapy. She said after she did CBT, she said that for 1 week she couldn't even for 1 week she couldn't function properly because so much trauma had been released from her. But she said ever since then, she's been a firm believer in it, and she even tried to set me up with a therapist on the mainland because she's in Vancouver. So I'm gonna talk about it with my therapist on Friday, which is tomorrow, because I'm supposed to have my first therapy session ever, like my first real therapy session. And so, yeah, all of that to say that, there's so much that we don't realize that we store, and that can affect your fertility, that can affect your mental health, and it can affect future things you got going on, because you may think that you've resolved it, but in actuality you're just learning how to cope. You're surviving. And I think that once you survive, and once you're on survival mode, because a lot of us have been put in situations where we have to be in survival mode, so we don't deal with the issues, we just ignore them and move on, because that's what we were taught. Just ignore, move on. Ignore, move on. Ignore, move on. Do you know how many times I've done that? I've done that for years in my life. Ignore it, move on. Ignore it, move on. Ignore it, move on. And it's never addressed. And so now that I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, it's affecting everything in my life. My fertility is affected. Mental health's affected. Diet, again, I'm the type of person, I'm a stress eater. So if I'm stressed, I'm going to eat like crazy. So again, that's why I gained so much weight when I was in Korea. I was stress eating because I was so depressed. So what I will say is this, like, once you get to a point in life where you want to really change everything, I recommend that you change everything from the inside out. Don't just focus on the outside, because some people will be like, oh, just lose weight and everything will be fine. No, because I have done that and I still had fibroids. Y'all saw the pictures. I done showed y'all when I was slim not. They were still there. I still had a lot of other ailments that still followed me, even though I had gotten healthier. Hi, Romy. My fibroids grew when I was expecting my first child. Oh, this is from Rose Sissy. Sadly, I had a miscarriage at 20 weeks. I was told that it was not related to having fibroids. I didn't remove them, and now I have 2 children. Oh my God, wow. Well, first, my condolences to the child that you lost, but then you were able to have 2 children. You see? That's what I'm saying. Congratulations and my condolences for the miscarriage. But that's why I want to get opinions, and I'm glad that at the Deaf Studio you sent me that link. I'm gonna check her out, because that's one thing I will say is these doctors, they don't really check us for real. These doctors don't really check us for real. And why is camera acting up? Sorry, y'all. Yeah, these doctors don't check us for real. What they do is they just try to fix you, like, oh yeah, like just remove it and you'll be fine. This is such a good chat. Thank you for the vulnerability. Oh, thank you, Jordan. I'm glad. Yeah, that's one thing y'all gonna expect from your girl. Let me tell you. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all gonna see me stirring right now. One thing you can expect from Romy is you're gonna get a good chat while we cooking and doing activities. But I like to, I'm not one of those people to just, oh yeah, I know, we're not supposed to be doing that. My bad. Ooh, I could hear my mom's voice in my head. Okay, we just gonna do it with this. Sorry, y'all. So yeah, one thing you can expect from me in this channel is that we're always going to do things to grow ourselves as women. And yeah, it's fun to talk, like I said, about relationships, and fun to show the cool side of my relationship, and just me, living my life and vlogging and all those good things. But then I realized that I wasn't really being authentic with you guys, in the sense that this is who I've always been. I love to talk about these hard topics, but I just didn't want to approach it on my YouTube channel because I was scared of judgment. I was scared of people not rocking with it, and scared of the naysayers and people who just have negative opinions. So I kind of shied away from it. But I'm telling y'all, being with you guys for the past few days, even if it was just 1 month of December, has really changed my outlook on it. And just having these bacon chats, and it's really made me realize that we need to talk more about this, because it's something that affects a lot of us, especially when you're growing up in an environment that is very stress induced. And especially as a Black woman, I will say, or as any woman of color, I will add y'all to it too. It's not easy, right? And we struggle with a lot more than other folks, a lot more. And we're dealing also with not only are you dealing with the outside forces, you're also dealing with just being a woman in general, being a black woman at that. So you're a double minority on top of that. And then you also have to take care of your family. You're also expected to be the strong person, always there for everyone. No one's there for you. And then you have to survive in that kind of environment. And so now when you internalize all of that trauma in your body, and then and then you shouldn't be shocked when these kind of things happen, when your body starts to reject a lot of things, or starts to grow different growths and all of these different types of ailments. I know people who have, right now, a lot of people have autoimmune diseases. They said a lot of people are having fibroids. They called it unexpected fertility, or unexplained fertility, where people are not being able to conceive for no reason. Hi, little mama. Welcome to the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera on point. Yeah, they call it unexplained fertility, where some people have all of the, there's nothing wrong with them. They don't have no fibroids. They don't have nothing. And then all of a sudden, they can't have a baby. Just like Rose just said, she was like, she has fibroids, but she was able to conceive 2 kids and give birth to them. But it wasn't due to the fibroids that she had a miscarriage. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, there's so many different factors. And I think that we have to get to know our bodies a lot more. And my whole point of bringing this topic up to you guys is because I know some of y'all are single. Maybe some of y'all are married, trying to have kids. What I will say is this, especially if you're single, and especially if you're at an age now where you're starting to, you're starting to get older, your eggs are starting to get a little older. I would say to freeze your eggs as soon as you can. I was in my mid to late 30s when I had my children. Thanks for sharing that, Rose, because that gives me hope, because I'm just like, whew, yeah, it's a little tough. Yeah, a lot of these ailments and issues stem from trauma that's been built up. It's not always black and white explanation. Exactly. And the problem is, a lot of doctors, they don't want to do the work. They don't. I've been saying that. I'm saying most of the times when I came to a doctor, matter of fact, when I got diagnosed with fibroids, you want to know how I got diagnosed? At first, they were brushing me off, and they kept giving me ibuprofen. Every time I had period pains, I was like, hi, guys. Like, literally, I was like, hey, doctor, I'm literally bleeding out. Like, I feel like I'm hemorrhaging. My cramps are too much. It's not normal. Oh, just take ibuprofen in a hot water bottle, and you'll be fine. Take those, those heated pads. You'll be okay. Take some Tylenol. That's all they kept diagnosing me with. Until one day, I went to one and I said, actually, my sister just had a fibroid removal and she had myomectomy. And they're like, oh, maybe we should check you for that. After all these years telling me to take some damn ibuprofen. Please. That did not help me at all. Like, when I tell y'all my periods were debilitating, they were debilitating. Like, I literally could not work, especially the first day of the cycle. Like, I couldn't do nothing. I had to take days off of work. I was at home vomiting. Like, it was ridiculous. And even when I had my health issue, they told me it was just anxiety. It wasn't anxiety. What had happened, and I found out from my other doctor, was that I have a condition called thalassemia, minor. It's basically the sickle cell trait, but I just don't have it full blown. One of my parents had the trait and the other one didn't, and it didn't grow into sickle cell. But basically what it is that my blood, my oxygen levels I don't get oxygen as fast as other people. So then what ended up happening was, if I do too much strenuous activities, if I'm stressed, if I'm doing too much stressful activities, if I'm doing too much to my body goes into fight or flight mode, and the oxygen just tries to, basically my heart rate goes high, y'all. It goes sky high. And at first they told me, oh, it's just an anxiety attack. It was not an anxiety attack. I have thalassemia. And they told me that I have to just make sure that I do really light, low impact workouts. I can't put too much stress on my body, or else I'm going to be in big trouble. So that's what I'm saying. The doctors, they're not going to help you. They're not going to treat you. They're not going to help you. The only person who can help you, one, God the Father, because I always believe that he always has the miracles for you. But as a human, you got to do the work yourself. And you're going to have to start. And again, I'm not attacking anybody. It's just advice that I'm giving. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm just like, oh, you got to do this. But what I will say is, I recommend that you start taking care and treating your body now. So that later on, when you want to have kids, when you want to do different things, if you want to live longer life, you're going to want to, kind of start taking care of it. And it's not just the physical form, because a lot of us think, oh, just lose the weight, that's it. No, mental too. It's all in a package, inside and out. I'm telling y'all, because right now I'm at the point now where I am losing weight, so I'm excited about it. I have been losing weight, but I realized that that's why I wanted to go to therapy, because I was like, okay, my mental health is not there yet. I mean, I'm good, but when I say mental health, I mean like past things that have happened to me and that I have internalized. And I feel like, oh, thank you, little mama. What I was saying is, past things that have happened to me and that I've internalized, I realized that I've never gotten rid of that energy, and I haven't gotten rid of it, and it's manifested in my body, and I need to release it. I need to release all the things from the past so that it doesn't affect my future. And I want to make sure that if I do have a child, I'm in the best healthy state, because again, I'm having kids late. I want to prevent, again, I can't prevent what happens to me in the future, but I can control what I can control, which is making sure my body is in optimal shape where the risks are lower. Oh, thank you, little mama. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. And I'm not gonna lie, being with Dom has helped, because he's very consistent, y'all. Like, he's showing me what consistency's like. And I think it took me a few years to get to his level, because, and one thing I love about my husband is he never tried to force me to do anything. He more so was just always on the, and one day maybe I'll have him share he kind of shared a little bit of his journey on his channel about him being really overweight when he was a child, and not a child, when he was a teenager up until he's an adult. And the reason why he wanted to lose weight too was, I know he was joking with y'all and saying, oh, I wanted to get girls, but actually it was because of health issues too, because his family has health issues, so he didn't want to have that. You found a gem, and I'm so happy that you guys met each other. I'm happy too, sis. Like, I'm glad we met each other, and we're going through challenges. Not, I wish that I had a happy ending. You know how some people, they're like, oh, you meet your prince, and then you have your babies and you have your family, and our family might just be the two of us. It just might be the two of us. And I've started to really recognize that, okay, I have acknowledged and I'm starting to accept the fact that it may just be the two of us, and that is okay. Maybe it's not meant for me to have children in my life, and I'm starting to really realize that, okay, you know what? Like, I'm not gonna just give up. I am going to try, but if it gets to be too much, because I know some people, they go through IVF for years. I know people who've gone through so many cycles and cycles and cycles and cycles and cycles and cycles, and I think that once it gets too much on your body and it takes a toll on you, there's got to be a time where you just kind of accept the situation, and only God can fix it, right? Tyra says, this is only temporary. If you and your hubby desire a baby, you will have a baby. Trust this process. Oh, thank you so much, Tyra. Does Canada pay for child planning like that? Just one round, depending on the province. So, BC just recently announced that they will pay for one round of IVF starting in April. And then Ontario, I think they pay for 2 rounds, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, the Canadian healthcare system, they be looking at. That's why I said the other day I won't move from here, because I just feel like we have a lot of really good benefits. Unfortunately, a lot of other places don't. And also, if you have fibroids, they do the surgery. Obviously, you don't pay anything because we have universal health care. It's a medical necessity, so they will just remove it. But I don't want to go that route, because again, I don't think it's effective, for the simple fact that, again, my sister did the myomectomy, it came right back. And she's not the only one. I know so many women who did it and their fibroids came right back. So it's not about the surgery. It's something internal in your body, and how your body is maybe, how it digests different foods or breaks down different foods. That's possibly why it's making these muscle tumors grow, or maybe the food I'm eating, something that I'm eating is causing the estrogen in my body to be too elevated, right? So I have a high level of estrogen, obviously, and that comes from fat too. A lot of fat storage has a lot of estrogen. So I got to put in the work to lose the weight. So yeah, I'm, it was in front of my face, and I was like, you know what? I got to stop yo-yoing and just consistently just be healthy. And so I'm on that path right now. And yeah, whatever happens to us, because Well, to be fair, okay, I'll be honest with y'all. Let me check my, hold on. Let me check my biscuits real quick, and then cause I'm talking a lot. Okay, they're cooking well. I still have a few more minutes. What I was gonna say is that, to be honest with y'all, I've never been the mother type. I hate to say it. I'm not a mother type, meaning that, okay, there are functional fertility doctors, just an FYI. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out, CFT, and thank you for the tip for that. I'm gonna check it out. What I was gonna say is that, um, Dom and I are, okay. When I say I'm not the mothering type, I'm just saying that I've never been the type to want kids like that. Because when I was, I would say I want to have kids, but then it's not a desperate need for me, is my point. I've seen so many women where it's like they know they want to be moms. Like they've known they wanted to be moms from when they were younger, and they really want to be a mom. I'm not on that level. I don't think I've ever been on that level. I do feel like there's something missing, and I do feel like for me, it's like, okay, like I feel like, remember, I always tell you guys I go with my gut, and I feel like our family's incomplete. So that's where I'm at. But however, what I will say is that if it doesn't work out, then it's not, then it doesn't. That's it. I've just pretty much framed it in my head where I do want the best for us and I want us to be able to conceive a child. But then at the same time, I have to be realistic and say that, okay, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know if we can do it. I have no idea. And maybe this video will serve as a testimony because we don't know in the future. Like I told y'all, anything can happen, right? So this will serve as a testimony right here in this day and time on December 26, 2024. Y'all heard it from my mouth. I don't know if I'll be able to conceive a child based on the news and the news that we've received and based on my egg count. Remember, if you missed the chat, I'm at a level 4 when the normal average is an 8. And that's on the lowest end. So I'm way below. And there's just so much going on. I have fibroids. I'm overweight. So all of these factors have pointed to the fact that it's going to be highly, highly difficult for Dom and I to conceive a child naturally. Now, not saying that it won't happen, but what I'm trying to say is that is where we're at right now. So maybe that is my testimony. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, it is the truth. And Dom and I, Dom is, hold on, let me tell y'all what Dom wants. Hold on. The Depth Studio said being a woman is so hard sometimes. So many things around nutrition are not our fault. The food supply, food quality is trash. Preach. It is. It's trash. And it doesn't help your endocrine, I think that's what it's called, endocrine system, or your reproductive system. It won't help you. We need a lot of fruits and veggies. And the thing is, some of our fruits have GMO in it. They're toxic and poisoned because they want to keep them fresh as long as possible to have the longest shelf life. When I lived in Korea, I really realized how, because they do things in season. Because I remember I was walking around looking for blueberries and I couldn't find it. And I was like, why are there no blueberries? And then I was told that, hey, we do things in season. It's not blueberry season. And I was like, oh, shoot, y'all really do things in season. That's how it's supposed to be. It is not normal to see oranges in December. It is not normal to see cherries in whatever month it is that they're not supposed to be there. It's not normal. So I remember everything was in season. Whenever it was cabbage season, you see a whole bunch of cabbages. And then whenever it was strawberry season, they'd have dalgi everywhere. And then when it wasn't dalgi season, you couldn't find it. That's how it is. But we're such a corporate country, like, money, and Canada's included in it too. I know. So it's like everything is ran on money. They just want to get as much money from you as possible. They don't care about you. They don't care if you die. Actually, matter of fact, if you die, you're worth more dead than alive. I'm being real honest with you. Your organs go for a lot on the black market. Them funeral homes, they can't wait to see you, especially if you are a darker hue. Melanated folks, they want your body. So they want you to be as sick as possible because when you're dead, they could take the heart out. Okay, you got a little fat around the belly, but that stomach is still good. Okay, you got a little, your brain is still functional. They want you to pass away. That's what they want. That's why the insurance company, why do you think this was happening with the Luigi Mangione? Listen, Luigi, I'm not going to give too much of my opinion. I don't want to get striked on YouTube. But what I will say is that's for a chat for the membership. But what I will say is, one, he fine. That's number one. Sorry, y'all. He is fine as hell. And number two, I don't blame him because at the end of the day, like somebody had said, sometimes you have serial killers in suits. That happens. You have serial killers in suits. And what I mean by that is that if you have a health issue, first of all, the food, where are you going to, okay, I know some people will be like, oh, buy organic. Again, what if you don't have money to buy organic all the time? What if you're getting, you're in a situation where one, inflation's high, two, you're trying to just make ends meet. You're trying to just get your rent going, get your housing going, trying to find a suitable place for you to live with your family. And then they tell you just buy organic. Not everyone has the money or opportunity to buy organic. That's number one. Then number two, you have food deserts everywhere. So unless you live in a place where there's food that's easily accessible to you, most of the time you have to go to a grocery store to get it. You don't even know how to farm your own food. If there was a natural disaster right now, a lot of us would not know how to farm our own food. Let's just be real. We don't know how to farm and cultivate our own food because they won't let us. So then on top of that, you have a lot of corporations. They'll sell you the food, so you'll go to the grocery store and buy it. But then at the same time, is it actually the healthiest thing that you can buy? I would say no. Because when I went to Jamaica, when I went to Haiti, Korea, China, I went to all those countries, and I noticed the biggest difference between them and us is that their vegetables, no, Korea was expensive though. Their vegetables were expensive. But what I will say is for other countries, except Korea, the vegetables were easily accessible and they were very affordable. Affordable. And they came from the ground. The potatoes were dirty. Dirty. Those were the good potato ones from the ground. That's what I'm saying. CFT said all doctors would prefer is to give you prescribed medications, which they get off of commissions off, by the way, then tell you to try something holistically. The money is in the pills and prescriptions. Yep. 100%. 100%. It's in the pills and the prescriptions. That's why and I've had these situations, I present myself to the hospital or I present myself to the doctor, and first thing they do is prescribe you with something. Matter of fact, just the other day, the food poisoning. Yeah, I remember I went to Jamaica. I don't know what I ate, what I drank, but I got food poisoning. For sure that was food poisoning because I was vomiting and then I had diarrhea. Okay? Y'all saw my live. I went to Costco pharmacy because it had been a few days and I was still a little sick. So then I was like, okay, I need something. He prescribed me something. He was like, oh, just take this. It was, I wish I still had the name. But basically, it was kind of like, hold on, y'all, Dom's back. Hi, honey. I'm on live right now, yeah. Yeah, so he prescribed me some medication, and then he told me, oh, you just have to go to the pharmacy, get it over the counter. It was some type of Pepto-Bismol type of medication. I don't know what it's called. But anyways, he said I needed that. Thank God. I thought about it and I was like, so you're just giving me Pepto-Bismol? I was like, I literally have food poisoning. So then I was like, no, you know what? I'm just going to do this a natural way. I'm going to show y'all what I took. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show y'all what I took. I had food poisoning symptoms up until 5 days after I left Jamaica. I took this. Purge Parasitis from New Roots. This is a natural holistic. This is from our, it's like a natural health food store in our city. I took this bad boy. Within 1 day, 1 to 2 days, it was gone. I never had those symptoms again. 5 days, I was taking Pepto-Bismol. For 5 days, y'all saw me. I was taking ginger ale, Pepto-Bismol. My symptoms were so bad. I was still having diarrhea. Even though the vomiting had stopped, I still had diarrhea. I took this bad boy 2 days in a row, gone. Not even 2 days. I would say within one day it worked, and then I just kept taking it. In 2 days, it was cleared out. This right here. The ones that they tell you, oh, it's quack doctors. What do they tell you? They're like, oh, when you go to the holistic health store, oh, it's just them trying to peddle pills on you. It's called purge parasitis. And it's an anti-parasitic medication from the health food store, organic store. And you want to know what's so funny is I bought this months ago because I saw a TikTok. I saw a TikTok about when you eat some raw food, like, because I used to eat sashimi in Korea, and they say you might have some parasites, and I started freaking out. So I bought this months ago, and I didn't even really use it for real, until the other day. And I was like, dang, I think I have a parasite. Like, I was starting to feel, y'all, I couldn't hold anything down. I couldn't eat anything. And this is not sponsored. So I don't want people coming up, oh, she's getting sponsored. No, I'm not sponsored. I literally bought this from the natural health store down the street from my house. This right here. Right here. This is what cleared up my E. coli or whatever the hell I had. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't trust when they just give you the medication. Because when he gave me that, it was like a Pepto-Bismol type of medication. I forgot what it's called. Anti-something. Anti-peptide something, whatever the hell. And I was like, bro, I've been taking Pepto-Bismol. You just giving me more Pepto-Bismol? Heartburn. I'm going to tell you what I took. Hold on a second. Is it still here? Oh, let me see if my heartburn medication is still here. Hold on a second. Honey, can you just move your head a little bit? I'm going to finish soon, honey. Hold on a second, y'all. We have to leave soon. I'm going to get off soon. Yeah, after. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all 5 more minutes. Oh, I gotta show them the biscuits though, honey. So you're gonna blend after. All right. So y'all, the pharmacy gave me this for my heartburn. They gave me this. That did not work. It did not work. I had some heartburn. I don't know what I ate, but I had heartburn. That's not in Jamaica. That was before Jamaica, like way before Jamaica. They gave me this. It worked for a little bit, and then the heartburn kept coming up and up and up. Y'all want to know what really did work, though? Boom! This little bad boy right here with some water. Some people add lemon to it. I don't do that. Just add a little bit of this and some water. My heartburn went away. Expeditiously. I'm telling y'all, that's what... Oh, hold on a second. This is what happens when your husband comes home. I'm telling y'all, he was putting this in the sink. I'm telling y'all. Sometimes, and again, I'm not against, sometimes medication does work. Sometimes. However, don't let that be the only thing you do, because most of the time I noticed, one time when I had H. pylori, they gave me antibiotics. Those antibiotics did not work because 2 weeks later, I still had H. pylori. And if you guys don't know, H. pylori is a specific type of it's called helobacteria. It's a bacteria you can get from like contact or contaminated food. You can get from kissing people, and it's very highly contagious, and it eats at your stomach lining. I had that, and they kept giving me all these antibiotics, and I kept getting sicker and sicker. And what ended up happening was that I went back to the doctor. I was like, hey, this is not working. And then they tested me again because they do the breath test. And they were like, oh, you still have it. And then they gave me another round of antibiotics. But guess what? Antibiotics clean your good gut bacteria and your bad. And so I was like super sick. And guess what healed me? I took a whole bunch. What I did is, that's when I cleaned out my diet. And I think I had said earlier in the live when I went pescatarian. And also fermented food, kimchi type of food. I ate kimchi. I ate a whole bunch of like fermented food. I stopped eating red meat. And I just was eating a little healthier, and then it cleared up right away. Within a few weeks, my gut cleared itself up, and then it was back to normal. And then I started just adopting that lifestyle. But anyways, last year I went to Korea. Another situation. After my wedding, I was eating way too much sodium. I was stressed. I was gaining so much weight. I told you I had gotten to 215. I didn't tell you guys though. While I was in Korea, I got really sick. And then, I think I mentioned it. If you guys even watched the vlog, I posted it a few months ago. It was the Korea vlog post our wedding. And then I even mentioned that. I was like, oh, I'm sick, whatever. I was really sick to the point where I came home, my heart rate was like I think it's, normally my heart rate is like 117. And at that time, my heart rate was like almost 150 just sitting down. I didn't even do nothing. It was just sitting down. It was at 150. And then I went to the doctors because I was scared I was having an ectopic pregnancy, because at the time, y'all, I was like, oh my God, like, is it something bad? Like, because I didn't have my period at the time. I had missed a few days, but it did come later. And yeah, and then I started having I started having the heart issues again. Everything started coming up. My face was bloated. My feet were bloated and inflamed, and I was scared that I was having a really bad like allergic reaction. I didn't know what it was, so I went to the ER. That's when they checked my fibroids again. They checked everything. They said, well, you're not dying, so like basically you're fine to go. But I still felt sick. So basically, what ended up happening at that time was that that's when I decided to work out, and I started taking vitamins. That's what I'm saying. D3, I've been told y'all about that. As soon as I started taking the D3 and the multivitamin, cleared out. Cleared out. Drink water. That's it. That's all I did was drink water. And sometimes I would add ACV to it. And then most of the time, all I did was just like, I would just take walks. I wouldn't do heavy workouts anymore. I would just take walks around the neighborhood every lunch break, take a half an hour, make sure that my meals were really small, and just tried my best to heal myself naturally. And it worked. So that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes they're quick to give you the prescription, but not even really knowing what your issue is. They just put you in the general category. Oh, she has heartburn, so give her this. Oh, she has this, so give her that. And they don't try to really get to know your body individually. And so what I'm saying is that I'm not saying don't go to the doctor, but go to, like someone had mentioned, go to a functional doctor or a holistic. Remember, I went to a holistic doctor. Go to somebody who's going to check your ailments out for real, for real. And for me personally, I'm in the school now of I know my body best. So I'm going to start treating my body like a real temple, and I'm going to be healing my own body, because that's the only way I could do it. And again, I'm not saying that for major ailments. Like if you have like cancer or something like that, that is something you need to talk to a doctor about. I'm not giving medical advice. But what I am saying is for minor things, especially for heartburn, especially for different types of things that you're eating, you got to check your diet and start eliminating so many foods from your diet, because I didn't even know. I kept eating. It was I thought it was healthy. I forgot what it was. Granola. I was like, oh, granolas are healthy. Y'all, that thing is full of sugar. I was eating dates. The sugar was high. I was like eating so many fruits and veggies you think are good for you. They are, but in moderation. You can't just be eating them all the time. I started really packing on the antioxidants. Start taking things that actually like clean out your bloodstreams and stuff. And antioxidants are the best. Blueberries, anything blue. My cousin told me, Nurse Pay, I hope she has her YouTube channel up. Sandra helped me with that a lot, because she was like, you need to take antioxidants. You need to start introducing different types of veggies and fruits to your diet. Broccoli, that type of thing. I forgot what it does, but anyways, it's really good for your gut health. And then for your reproductive system, take basically fruits and veggies that'll help your reproductive system, which I have in my fridge right now that I'm trying to get back into shape. That's my mindset for 2025, y'all. Just really starting to take holistic things very more seriously and starting to clean out my body. Hold on, let me read some of y'all comments. Lil Mama said, I lost weight while I was in Korea from eating that food, and I was only there for 2 weeks. Food is natural. That's why I said I was able to keep my weight off. I was able to maintain my weight and keep my weight off up until I got married. And the reason for that was my fault. That was my fault. I will tell y'all why, because I was stressed at the school I was teaching at, and I was eating a lot of sugar. I kept eating candy and chicken. I was just eating bad food. So that was my bad. But Korean food is actually very healthy for you if you eat the right Korean type of food. I love ACV. Oh, yeah, Dev Studio. ACV is, when I tell y'all, it's multi-purpose. You can use it on your hair. I've used it on my hair a lot. I stopped recently, but I probably should, because it cleans your hair out. I've used it on my skin. Whenever I break out, I put ACV on it, and I drink it. It's the best. Just add a little bit to your water. And some people talk about your teeth enamel kind of eroding, but you just don't drink a lot. Drink it through a straw. You'll be fine. You don't have to drink it like in a cup. Just put a little bit in, drink it through a straw. You'll be fine. Um, yep. Tyra said their goal isn't to heal you permanently. They make more money if you keep coming back. Exactly. Exactly. And especially because, a lot of us we have a high obesity rate in our community. It's true. And I've been seeing a lot of children, they're very overweight, and it's very sad to me. And it's very sad. And I was like, you know what? I want to be the example if I do have kids again, and be an example for myself, and just kind of live by example and start really taking my health very seriously now and stop playing games. Yeah, Lil Mama said, Tyra, you are onto something. Yeah, 100%. They do want you coming back. It makes them money. It makes them a lot of money, especially like someone said, the pharmacist. It's true. Especially here in Canada because we have universal health care. So the doctors get paid by the government on a tiered system. But the pharmacists, they get paid, they probably get paid a little bit more, because they're giving you the drugs. You got to come every month. And if you're not covered by your insurance, or you're not low income, you got to pay out of pocket. So them pharmacists are making bank. So of course they're going to give you drugs. First thing they're going to say to you is, here, take this. And it doesn't always work though. And everybody is different. Deb Studio said it's called sick care. They need you to be sick to stay in business. 100%. They need two things they need from us. From us poors, because that's what they call us. From us poor people, two things they need from us. To stay enslaved in debt so that we could work every day and have to survive. And two, to stay sick. The most loyal people you'll have working for you is if they're in debt because they need to go to work every day. They can't lose their job and quit their job. And if they're sick, then it's going to be good for the medical system because then they can use that person up until they pass away. And we could talk about this all day because I know a lot of people get denied coverage, even though, and remember, I used to work in an insurance company, so I could even give y'all tea about that. There are some people who get denied. And I remember, I'm telling you, I used to work in an insurance company. I worked in a medical insurance company for like 2 years, and I did commercial insurance. So we don't talk about that. CFT said, Romy, just so you know, there are certain exercises that raise your cortisol levels, aka keeping you overweight. You have to find right physical activity for your body. CFT, I'm glad you brought it up. Yes, that's what I found out. So what happened was I was on my little body. Remember, I love that fact that I documented all this so y'all could see videos from back then. Last year, remember when I was telling you I was waking up early in the morning to go to the gym with my personal trainer? He had me doing some heavy weightlifting exercises. And I was lifting heavy weights, y'all. And my body was not, like, my weight wasn't shedding. My weight was not going down. It went down just a little bit and kept going back up. And I was like, what's going on? Because I'm eating healthy. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I think I had mentioned that in one of my videos. Like, I'm really trying to keep consistent, but it's really like, it's kind of discouraging when your weight's not going down. I was doing everything they told us to do, or when you watch those TikTok videos, oh, just lift a lot. Ladies, you don't need to be, what they always say, you don't need to be scared to lift. Don't worry about bulking up, just bulk up. And you see all these heavy lifting girls like, yeah, I'm getting toned. That don't work for me. That might work for their body type and them, and more power to them, but it doesn't work for me because I noticed that once I was lifting too heavy, my cortisol went up. Like you said, my cousin, even I was on the phone with her, I was like, is this normal? My heart rate would be going up so high while I was working out. And then I realized that, okay, my body does not like to be stressed at all, period. Whether it's work stress, physical stress, like I can't be in a stressful environment because automatically my body just starts to like really go off of it. Hey, hi. Thank you, Kadeem. Always wins. Yeah, my cortisol was just going up. And then, oh shoot, my biscuits. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let me turn that off. Whew. Just in the nick of time. Thank you. We're just, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. But yeah, I was just talking about just my cortisol going up. My cortisol went up, y'all. And then I realized that, yeah, like CFT said, not everything is for everybody. And I really realized that now I have to do just dumbbells. I'm going to show y'all the dumbbells I use. Very lightweight, but very impactful. Just these lightweight ones. That's it. These are 2.3 kg, so about 5 pounds. And I think I need to get another one. I need a heavier one. So I'm going to get like probably up to 8 pounds. And then that's it. And I'm going to be doing my workouts like this. Because that's what works for me. Even just doing YouTube workouts. That's it. And walking outside. That's it. That's all. And I have noticed that since I stopped lifting heavy weights, my body has started shedding weight a lot faster. Deb Studio said, I agree. We have to be in charge of our own health diet. Low sugar. Good carbs. Sunshine. We're going to talk about sunshine. Clean water. We're going to talk about clean water. And as much nutrient-dense foods as possible. Let thy food be thy medicine. Amen. Amen, amen, amen. What I was going to say is this. About the sunshine. We are vitamin D deficient. A lot of our ailments is because of vitamin D deficiency. A lot of them, y'all. I don't think we realize how many like ailments we have, and fibroids was linked to that. I read a few studies where they were like, well, it's not conclusive. However, a lot of researchers have found that women that lack vitamin D3 or D are higher risk to develop fibroids. And that makes sense with why gotta get that D. Yep, that makes sense. Oh, yeah. I thought you was talking about another D, but yeah, that makes sense. That's why I was looking like, what D we talk about? But I'm talking about vitamin D, that real D, the sun D. But yeah, that makes sense as to why Black women have the highest rate of fibroids is because of that. Oh, I know. I understood. That's why I was like, ooh. I was like, we talking about that D, the real D3. That is why we have high rates of fibroids. One of the reasons they said it might be linked to vitamin D deficiency. So now when you have vitamin D deficiency, your body is not absorbing nutrients as much as basically, because from what I understood, again, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a researcher, but from what I've researched is that because it takes forever for the sun to penetrate our skin, that's why we have the deficiency, and we need to supplement more. And so what happened was when I started supplementing more with the D3, I done showed y'all the D3 I was taking, a lot of things started changing in my body. A lot of things started. I found it so much easier. I wasn't as tired. I used to be so exhausted, y'all. I used to be so tired. I no longer am tired, especially like I used to take naps. I used to take naps in the middle of the day in order to function because I was so exhausted. And I didn't really do that much, but I was just always tired. But now my energy levels are fine. I wake up early in the morning. I go to bed early and I can do my cycles. Like I'm fine. Like I don't have any issues. I no longer cramp anymore a lot during my cycles. Like my cycles are a-okay. I just found that I'm bleeding less during my cycle. Sorry, I know some of you guys are men in the chat, but I'm fine in that. So hold on, I'm gonna read a few more comments and then I gotta head out because Dom and I gotta go shopping. If you're interested, look into barre, Pilates, and ballet. I tell so many people that these exercises, girl, they do. I did Pilates. The problem is Pilates is so expensive. I really want to take that class. Burger. Hold on. What he just called me? What is that? Oh, okay. You got a vitamin N? There we go. That's nice. Anyways, let me tell you something. Why do racists always want to come into our... Yeah, girl, I've been blocked him. And y'all don't pay attention to him. Business as usual. Why do people think the N-word is such an insult like that? Like, why do people, this is my thing. Like, they want you to be angry. So they'll say it to you. Yeah, I'm going to do the Pilates. I do the YouTube one, but I want to do, the one with that's just me being me. I do need to do the YouTube ones. I want to do the ones with the ones with the, y'all know what I'm talking about. The Reformers Pilates. That's the one I really want to do, but it's so expensive. So I got to stick to the YouTube Pilates. You're right, Tyra. It's just me being picky. But, yeah, people, I'm going to gonna talk about that troll real quick. Yeah, the reformer Pilates, that's the one. Let me tell you about those trolls real quick. They think, and that's why I always laugh. Again, I'm not saying that, we shouldn't take things seriously. But at the same time, when they say the N word, it's like, what do you think that's gonna do to me? Like, you think I'm gonna cry? What is that? What do you've been calling us that for years? Do you really think that I care if you say that to me? Like, I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. Like, get out of my life. Like, why are you here? And I feel like some of them do it just to antagonize us and to get us to have a reaction to them. And I'm not reacting because why do I need to react to you? You're a loser on YouTube going around calling people names. Like, very weak. And they think that it's going to make us cry and make us angry. Oh, we going to be talking. I really wish you would. That's it. Back to topics. Thank you at Dev Studio. Let's continue the topic. Broke and dusty. Yeah, and it's probably a child too. Who knows? I would hope it's a child because then I would at least give them. I would be like, oh, it's a kid. But anyway, what an idiot. All right. Yeah, I wasn't sure, little mama, because I'd be trying to wait to see. But yeah, once I saw that, I was like, what are he talking about? Yeah. Anyways, girl, leave them alone. I'm telling you, racist people who are bigots. They get no time. They're not going to get no reaction out of me. You say the N-word? Okay. Can I help you with something else? Like, why are you in my face? Bye. Like, get out of here. And that's how we're going to be moving from now on. Do not give them no reaction. Rage baiters, people who say stuff about black women, please, like, just ignore the noise. This is the important topic. And notice when we talk about something important, that's when they want to hop in and talk nonsense. Anyway. Yeah, I want to check the Pilates on YouTube. I need to do that. I have. And I did for a few months. I kind of took a little break, but now I'm going to get back on it. Her name is Chloe Ting. She got some good workouts. And then I'm going to do some Pilates. And then I do like my beach body workout. Sean T, he's still good. Sean T be doing it for me. I don't know. His little T25, that be getting me right. Gentle workouts, low impacts are great to build strength. That's what I'm starting to be on that page. Yeah, I'm starting to get on that page. Someone said, don't go on the podcast. No responding to comment arguments, just live your life. Yes, Tyra, that's how we moving in 2025. Especially our black women. Listen, we're not gonna be mouthpieces no more. We're not gonna be on the march like. We're not doing all that. Listen, this is how I feel. I feel like in 2025, you're going to take care of you. You got to be selfish. We're going to be a little selfish this year or next year. We're going to be a little selfish and start taking care of ourselves. And if we want to have movements, make movements that are impactful. Not this nonsense rhetoric, like whatever the heck people be talking about that are irrelevant to your life and your health and your well-being. That's how I feel about it. At the depths, you said that I find that when my workouts are too stressful, but leave me sore, I feel more motivated to keep doing them regularly, just 15 to 20 minutes a day. You know what? I agree with you, Dev Studio. I agree with you because I have noticed that I am the same way. And yeah, if it's too stressful for my body, I can't do it anymore. One, because my body won't handle it. And two, it's just really difficult. However, what I have noticed is that if I do a short workouts, remember I said 30 minutes, like usually I do like 30-minute walks or 30-minute this, like between 15 to 20 minutes a day, that's enough for me. But this one right here, this man right here, he be working out for like 2 hours. He on another level, but I keep telling him I can't do the same thing as him. Like, it just doesn't work. You never said it, but I remember when I was at the gym in Chuncheon. Hold on, y'all. We haven't. I remember when I was at the gym in Chuncheon, that you used to say that I'm not working out hard enough because I only did 30 minutes.
I'm still having your video.
Okay, at that time I wasn't working out hard enough. I ain't gonna lie. But now I'm gonna be consistent and I'm gonna work out hard. I ain't gonna lie. He caught me. He did catch me. He caught me scrolling on my phone while we were at the gym when we were in Korea. Okay. I'm gonna read a few more comments and then I'm out. Oh, you did? Oh, little mama things. Those vlogs were the funniest, man. We're going to come back with, I realize, some people miss our vlogs. That's why we're going to try to do a little bit more vlogs now. We're doing one this weekend because we're going to another city. Tyra said yes at the Dev Studio. So true. I think small and manageable workouts are good. Keeps you consistent. That is very true. Um, you said if I have difficulty being consistent, these exercises aren't hard to do, even if it's crazy early in the day or late at night. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it has to one work out with my schedule, and two has to work out with me, like you said. And 15-20 minutes I think is very reasonable to work out whatever you're doing. And I had to get out of that mindset that I need to go hard at the gym like for an hour or an hour and a half, listening to all of these social media influencers lying to me, telling me I need to be at the gym all types of hours. And that's why you gotta, like, that's why I try not to follow too many trends, because it's so easy to look at what other people are doing and you get inspired and then you want to jump on it. But you also have to be mindful of what works for your body and what works for you. And so now I try to find influencers that match me and match what I am trying to go through. So yeah. And Deb Studio, I'm gonna wrap up with your comment. You said 2025 is our year, ladies. We got this. Amen. We all got this, y'all. We got this. Oh God. Who is this? Why are they here, y'all? There we go.
Time to go out.
Yeah, I think it's time to leave, y'all. Anyways, we're not going. Yeah. So yeah, it's time to leave. People are starting to infiltrate our chat, and that's why I want to do the membership. We're gonna talk more about that on Saturday, or maybe tomorrow. I'll see how I feel about talking about that tomorrow. But Saturday is better because I have time to research it. Let me show y'all the biscuits before I head out. So that's what we was here for. I know we was talking about other things, and then it slowly. This is what happens. You need moderators to get the trolls. Yes, I'm gonna work on that, y'all. I'm still learning about YouTube. I know it's been 4 years, but I'm actually taking it seriously now. Whereas before it was more of a hobby for me. I just like to get on, but now I'm like, dang, I really need to start getting some stuff set in place. Like, yeah, I'm gonna start really taking it seriously. So I'll get a few moderators when we do lives, like the public lives, and then we'll talk more about some other stuff in the membership, which I will announce on Saturday. So let me show y'all how the biscuits look. They look a little hard. I think I left them in for too long. Why they look like raisins? Hold on. Hold on. Let me take the biscuits out. Hold on. Hold on a second. Honey, you don't want to eat those biscuits? Y'all, I'm still a chef in progress. Okay? Don't judge me. I'm not cooking like Kaya. I don't know if y'all saw her on social media baking videos. I'm not like cooking like Kaya, y'all. I'm lacking here. Okay, yeah, they got a little burnt. I was yapping too much. This is what the biscuits look like. They look like, why they look like, you know what they look like? They look like scones. Okay, but we're gonna taste it real quick. Let me taste it before I head out. Hold on. They look like scones. They look like cookies, right? Why they look like scones and cookies? Okay, we're gonna get better. This is why I can't yap while I'm baking, man. I don't know how to do both at the same time. Okay, let's try one. Oh, it's hot. Okay, I'm gonna try one. Hold on a second, y'all. Girl, I'm still gonna eat it. Who said I'm not gonna eat it? But then December 31st, I'm telling y'all, after that, it's wraps for me. They look good. I left them in too long. I was yapping about something, and then I remembered after that I had to check my biscuits. This is what happened when you multitask. I can't multitask. What I was gonna say though is that after December 31st, it's wraps. No, you ain't gonna see me eating these kind of things no more. At least not on the regular. I thought they were, no, they're biscuits. It's all about, you're right, CFT. It's all about the taste. Look. There we go. This what they were supposed to look. Expectations, reality. Expectation, I should say. Reality. All right, let's try. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, it's still busting. It's still busting. It's still busting. Hold on. Okay. It's not that hard, y'all. Look, look, look. It falls apart. Look, look, look. It ain't that hard. Okay. The illusion. CFTU was right. The illusion. But anyways, I had a really good time with y'all today. Thank you for joining my live. You have the exact, little mama. I think we have to go grocery shopping together. I think we literally probably have the same items in our carts. These are pretty good. Okay. Have a beautiful day. Stay well and positive. You guys too. Have a wonderful day. I gotta head out. Bye, y'all. See y'all.